Welcome back to Montana Today. Our next guest literally needs no introduction. You may have seen them making the media rounds. They're coming to promote their upcoming world tour. Ladies and gentlemen, Jesus H. Christ. Welcome to Helena.
Thank you. Before we get started, I'd just like to clear up a little something, if you don't mind.
Oh, no, go ahead.
So Christ is actually not my last name.
Really?
Yeah, it's more of a title, Jesus the Christ.
I'm sorry, I had no idea.
No, don't worry about it, it's a common mistake. Okay. In fact, we joke about it.
You do?
Oh, yeah. So, the wise men are gathered around at the birth, and one of them asks, my mom, what are you going to name the baby? And all of a sudden, Joseph, my dad, stubs his toe. Well, so, the wise men are like, really? You're gonna name that baby that? No way. And mom and dad, they go, Yahweh.
So, then what is your last name?
Oh, well, in Nazareth, I would have been Jesus ben Joseph after my father. Mm-hmm. But since I've been so frequently depicted as blonde and blue-eyed, I've gotten into the Scandinavian culture and have adopted their naming tradition.
Really? Which would make you...
Jesus Josefsson. You can call me Yay.
Well, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get you some water?
Oh, no, thanks. I'm trying not to day drink.
Okay. Why don't we move on to your upcoming world tour?
Okay, well, it is going to be everything, everywhere, all at once.
Didn't Michelle Yeoh already use that?
Yeah, I didn't really foresee that one. But the name of the tour itself is The Second Coming.
Okay. Speaking of that, the last time you were on Earth, you were a little different. I understand you no longer identify as a man.
That's right. We now identify as a trinity, and our preferred pronoun is y'all.
And will the second coming show up in Montana? I mean, the big acts kind of usually passes by.
Well, like I said, nearly everywhere. I mean, we haven't set the show dates yet, but soon.
Okay, but this is your first time in Montana
Yes.
now, right? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
What do you think?
Well, in Nazareth, we didn't have ice and snow, so that's different. I mean, here, you can walk across a lake and it's no big deal, right?
In wintertime, any other observations?
I have noticed that you people really like your marijuana. Back in the day, when I was coming up with the sacraments, I had to work with what was on hand, bread, wine. But had there been options, who knows? Could have been Doritos and weed.
Yeah, good times. What about the political scene?
Well, I have noticed that your state really loves your Constitution.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. I have heard it called the socialist rag.
That is true, but why do you think that means we love it?
Well, I basically invented socialism, right? Like, give away your worldly goods and live together in common.
That works. So then, do you see America as a nation chosen by God?
Oh, God, no.
Why not?
Oh, well, Dad tried that with the Israelites. Big mistake. I mean, Moses, he led all the people over to Canaan. And, then there were, some Canaanite neighborhood borrowing a cup of manna or something. And, one of them has to always pipe up and say, "We are God's chosen people." It breeds resentment.
Yeah, I could see that. Just human nature, though, I think.
I suppose, but, we never took sides after that. Except, of course, the Super Bowl. Go Kansas City!
Well, my producer is giving me the sign that we are running short on time, but there is one more question I would love to ask you. WWJC.
Pardon?
What would Jesus carry? I mean, you've got a whole state full of gun enthusiasts. They would love to know what you'd pick up off the walls. G19 Glock, AR-15, what would it be?
TSS, definitely.
TSS. I can't place that.
Terrible swift sword?
Ah.
Revelations 1:16. Look it up.
I certainly will. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jesus Josephson.
You can really get it.